Good afternoon, everyone. I am very much reminded that I stand before snacks, and that's very important. But I'm going to take 5 minutes to run through some things I want to share. Distinguished members of the faculty, alumni, students, dear friends, my 30th batch colleagues who have made the trip over, Venkat and the other distinguished alumni. It's an incredible honor for me to be back at IIM Calcutta to accept this award. It feels a bit surreal. To be honest, when I got the email, I thought maybe IMC has finally woken up and there are some fines that are due from me, and the systems have finally caught up, and maybe they want to reach out and collect those fines. And then I remembered that, sorry, I never borrowed books from the library or any such things, so there couldn't be any fines. Most of my time and most of my learning actually came from, the photocopier shop outside the gate, which is no longer there. It used to be our lifeline for all our notes and everything. And then crashers from diligent students who actually went to classes. But learning here has given me a few life skills which are very important. Three things I wanted to share with you, and this is coming from, the first is Venkat, Kart, as we call him, talked about it, the ability to take risks. I think irrespective of whether you are an entrepreneur or even in your corporate career, it's an important ability. So when I was in IIM Calcutta, I had a placement offer, and it was my dream placement with Coates Vieira in International Trading Division. I wanted to be in the International Trading Division, and I had given up some banking jobs to join that. The first day I joined them in Bangalore, they gave me a letter saying I'm being posted to Madura Coates in their Threads division. I quit on day one without a job in hand. It took me, then I went to Bombay, I looked for a job, I found a job with GE Capital. And when I reflect back on it, that was one of the most sensible things I had done. But at that time, it did not feel like that. I had a lot of people who told me that you can look for a job while you are doing it, but it was not what I wanted to do, and it was very clear that's not what I wanted to do. So taking risks is important, but doing it for the right reason, and that whole decision has changed the trajectory of where I am, and it's probably because of that I am here where I am. So be bold, take risks, think through it, but be bold and take risks. The second thing is really about this continuous learning. All of us, and the best part is, my citation talked about AI a lot, and I drive AI transformation, I drive AI strategy, I drive a lot of thought leadership around AI in Singapore, globally, including regulation that we are working with the government. But when I was in IMC, I was among the 5 non-engineers in the whole batch of 240 people. I struggled with maths. All these guys here used to laugh at me, the amount of quizzes I would have failed on statistics, especially, some of the tougher ones. But this journey of continuous learning is critical. All of us have to reinvent ourselves. The way I look at it, it's always being a broad T-shaped journey. We having broad understanding on a variety of items, but being deep in a couple of items and being deep experts. And that is something that each of us can aspire to and also do ourselves. Nothing should stop us from that learning journey. And if I can do it in AI from a non-engineering background, all of you can do that in any subject that you choose to do it. The third key life lesson is really about friendships and networks. And, the friendships that I have formed have really helped and been a big strength through that. But also networks that you form, people that you connect with, your colleagues. And in the beginning of my career, that was not something I focused on. I was an introvert. But as I reflect back, that's something that for you guys, as you start off on your careers, building networks, building connections, are going to be big things that will hold you in good stead as you go forward. So make sure you spend the time in doing that. Looking back at my time, it brings back a lot of memories because for me, it's not just about the academics, the crashers and all of that. It is also where I met Monica, my wife and partner, who is an alum. She is a 31st batch. Our boys, Suchir and Ishan, have grown up hearing about stories about Joka, even though they don't want anything to do with Joka. And when they'll come in here, they say, oh, it's dirty, but they hear about Joka and how good it is. And my brother Rajat and his wife Mumal, who are also IIM alumni. So my parents are very proud because IMC is practically woven into the DNA of our family. One key thing that I am very proud and very grateful for IMC is the friendships that have been there. And for those friendships, a lot of the friends are here, especially my wingmates from H2 Top. Very, very vibrant mix of personalities. Most of them were engineers, and I was the only non-engineer, but each bringing a unique perspective, each bringing, and over the years, they've been a steady pillar of strength. And they have been together through friendship, laughter, mischief, whatever you can think of, but have been there all the way to inspire and strengthen it. I also want to take the time, a moment to remember my batchmate and a very close friend, Ratish Nair, who passed away earlier this year. In my mind, he was a quintessential IMCN. Very, 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 I can't stress very more, very laid back, but a deep expert in his field. He was a digital marketing guru before anybody knew digital was a verb. And he was a pioneer in this field. And we miss him. His legacy lives on with all of us who have had the privilege of knowing him. In recent years, it's been my privilege to be on the International Advisory Council of IIM Calcutta, and it's coming back a full circle, giving back to the institute that's given me a lot, always feels good about it. Thank you, IIM Calcutta, for this incredible honor. To all my professors, mentors, friends, colleagues, my family, thank you for the support on every way. And to those fellow alumni who still have some outstanding dues, come and talk to me if you want to clear them. Thank you.